Stop the car, I'll give you $10,000. Just get me out of here. The woman in a soaked wedding dress banged on the window of his rusty old pickup. Dante looked up from his thermos of coffee, eyes wide. He was a humble mechanic, not a cab driver, certainly not someone who had $10,000 thrown at him for a ride. But the fear in her eyes wasn't fake. Her mascara was running, her veil torn, high heels in hand, and behind her distant headlights, fast approaching. Get in, he said, unlocking the door. She scrambled into the passenger seat, trembling, and in that moment, Dante had no idea. Just picked up the bride of the most dangerous millionaire on the East Coast. Dante worked long hours fixing engines and delivering spare parts. His small garage was barely surviving, but his reputation for honesty was golden. He didn't care much for the rich and their drama. But tonight, drama had just jumped into his truck wearing designer lace and running for her life as he sped away from the highway shoulder. The woman finally spoke. My name's Helena, and if he finds me he'll kill you too. Dante glanced at her, he who she bit her lip. My fiancé, or ex-fiancé, now Owen Maddox. His hands tightened on the wheel. That name was infamous CEO of Maddox International, worth billions, known not just for business, but for buying silence and burying people who didn't obey. Dante pulled into a dark gas station off the interstate. Helena stepped out to catch her breath, but that's when Dante saw it, a black SUV with tinted windows, slowly rolling into the lot. Helena froze. They found me, she whispered. Dante didn't wait. He grabbed her hand, dragged her back into the truck, and peeled off just seconds before two suited men stepped out of the SUV. As rain poured harder, Dante drove without speaking. He didn't know her, but something in her eyes told him she wasn't running for fun. And as she finally fell asleep against the window, he realized he wasn't just giving her a ride. He was now part of a chase that could cost him everything. By morning, the storm had passed, but the tension hadn't. Helena sat on the motel bed wrapped in a towel, steam rising from the shower. Dante handed her a cup of gas station coffee. Neither spoke for a moment. Then she said softly, he locked me in a wine cellar for 2 days, just because I said I missed my old life. Dante blinked. That millionaire fiancé of yours? Helena nodded, lips trembling. He proposed after 6 months. Flashy ring, private jet dates. But the moment I said yes, the mask came off. She rolled up her sleeve. Bruises. Dante turned away, jaw tightening. So why stay? Because he owns people, police, judges, even my family's debt. I thought if I escaped on the wedding day I'd have a chance. Dante didn't say much, but deep down, his mechanic's instincts kicked in. You don't ignore a damaged engine, and you sure as hell don't leave someone broken on the roadside. He got up. All right, let's keep moving. Helena looked at him. You're not scared? He cracked a smile. I fix broken things, maybe I can fix this. But neither of them noticed the silent GPS tag still hidden in Helena's bouquet, now tossed in the motel trash. By midday, Dante's truck rolled through a sleepy town near the Appalachian foothills. They laughed a little over lunch. Helena, for once, smiling like a free woman. But far away, Owen Maddox watched a blinking red dot moving on a digital map. Send him, he told his head of security. Within an hour, a silver sports car was rolling into that very town, tailing the pickup like a shadow. Back at the diner, Helena's smile vanished the moment she saw a familiar face, Owen's personal driver, standing near the gas station phone booth. Dante, we need to go now. Too late. Tires screeched outside. A black-suited man stormed in, but before he could reach them, Dante swung his toolbox hard, slamming the guy to the ground. They ran. Helena's heels clicked on pavement as they jumped into the truck and peeled off once more, now truly fugitives. Dante wasn't just a mechanic anymore. He was the only wall between Helena and the man who believed he owned her life. They hid at Dante's cousin's old garage, deep in the woods. Helena helped Dante barricade the place as best they could. Why are you doing this for me? She finally asked. He paused, hands covered in oil. Because I've seen men like him all my life, and I'm tired of them thinking they can own people. As night fell, the garage was silent. Too silent. Then glass shattered. Men in black suits poured in with flashlights and tasers. Dante yelled, "Run!" and slammed a metal beam against the first attacker. Helena found herself crawling through an old grease pit and out the back entrance. They barely escaped into the woods, but not before Helena saw something that made her stop cold. Owen himself had come, dressed in a tux, holding a pistol, and whispering, "You're mine. You'll always be mine." Branches whipped Helena's face as she ran through the forest, heart pounding like a war drum. Behind her, flashlights danced through the trees, voices shouting in the dark, "Helena, you belong to me." That voice Owen snaked through the pines like poison. Dante grabbed her hand and pulled her behind an old hunting shed. His chest heaved with breath, sweat pouring. "Keep moving, we're almost to the cliffs." "Cliffs?" Helena hesitated. "You're trying to kill us?" "No," Dante said, dead serious. "I'm trying to end this." They burst into a clearing, moonlight glowing on a jagged cliff edge below. A roaring river. Behind them, more shouting, more footsteps. Dante turned and faced the shadows. "You want her," he yelled. "Come and get her." And Owen stepped forward, not with fear but with fire in his eyes. "You're a mechanic. I'm a king. You really think you can steal my bride? Dante didn't flinch. She's not property, and she sure as hell ain't yours. Owen raised the pistol, but before he could shoot, Helena stepped between them, tears streaming, hands raised. Go ahead, Owen, pull the trigger, because if you kill him you'll lose the last piece of me you ever had. A pause, then the flash of blue lights. Sirens. Dozens of state troopers burst from the woods, weapons raised. You're under arrest. Owen Maddox. Helena gasped. Behind her, Dante whispered. I made a call, sent your story to a friend in the state police. He owed me. 1 year later. A small town outside Nashville buzzed with quiet gossip. A black man had opened a repair shop with a white woman who used to be someone rich and famous. They said she was a model or maybe an heiress. No one really knew, but the real story. They fixed engines by day and sat on the porch by night, barefoot and free. Owen Maddox, serving time in federal prison. Turns out bribing judges and kidnapping fiancés gets you more than just bad press. As for Helena, she married Dante in a field of sunflowers, with grease on her hands and joy in her heart. She wasn't a bride on the run anymore. She was a woman who chose her freedom. And the mechanic, who gave it to her,